What?
Alone, outside of class, by putting in compliance zone. I believe we covered all the steps necessary in order to do that expeditiously.
Okay.
So, I hope so. Now, that reversible processes seem to have some advantage over irreversible ones for converting heat flows to workflows. Let's just consider an exoturgic process.
Can you move the paper down? Thank you.
Exoturgic process. Just means that LDU is negative. So imagine that we have system in state one going to system in state two.
Does that say exoergic?
Exoturgic, yeah.
Exoergic?
That means it gives off energy.
Oh, okay.
Exothermic means it gives it off as a heat flow. Exoergic means it gives off energy. It could be a heat flow or work flow or a combination, right? Well, that's not the term. So this means plus energy released to the surroundings. So imagine that state one to state two transformation. We have energy escaping to the surroundings, and we know that there are two types of paths that can follow. It can go out as a heat flow, escaping can go out as a workflow, or some combination of those two. Delta U here is the integral of du from state one to state two, and this is completely independent of path. The Q here is the integral of dq from state one to state two. I've got it going out, so it's moving away. And W here is the integral of minus dw from state one to state two. It's going away in this sense. And these two are both path dependent. Now what we're going to do is try to prove that no path for causing this minus delta U in this exoturgicity. Follow a workflow. That is, here's the work. These potential useful surroundings. Rather than heat flow, to apologize for this, that's minus W. That's just because some nitwits think you get constructed with language. Usual work is minus W. No path can produce more of that in the surroundings than a reversible path. But that's the idea. It sort of makes sense, and intuitively we might think that was the right case, but we need to have put on a sounder basis than just our intuition. Consider two paths for change in the state. This is system, state one, system, state two, and it's plus everything here. Minus W. Talk about chemical equations, reactants, go to products, minus whatever the change of whatever property we talk about, minus delta V, minus delta U, minus delta H, so. All right, so this first path, I'll just call it path C for no very good reason, although I've always done that. And the other path will be some reverse path. And let me emphasize here that whereas we cannot make systems change along reversible paths, we can always invent a reversible path in our imaginations along which we might go and calculate what's happening. Okay, when we go by this path, we produce some work in the surroundings, minus WC here. We go by this path, produce work something minus WR here. And we have minus integral from state one to state two of dWC is equal to minus WC, and minus integral from state one to state two of dWR is equal to minus WR. All right, so that just draws a picture of what I tried to say works. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run those around and make it go backwards. Which one can we turn around and keep everything, keep all the magnitudes the same, just change the signs?
Reversible.
Absolutely, that's the only one we can do. Absolutely. That's, so now we go stage one, stage two, and we come back by minus path R. This creates a cycle for which delta T is 0. We start at this point, we come back to this point, all the state properties are the same. Right? All the state properties are back where we started. That's energy, enthalpy, volume, entropy, everything. It's a state properties, right? We can have this plus its surroundings represented isolated, composite system. reservoirs out there that are receiving heat or delivering heat, whichever way it's, heat flows moving. And there's some pulleys that are, and weights that are raising weights in the surrounding, lowering weights in the surrounding direction, where there's something in the surroundings that receive this energy. We don't have to specify what it is. But note that the system plus its immediate surroundings comprises an isolated system for which the second law requires. What does it require of an isolated system if you if you operate around the cycle? It requires that minus dW LT hasn't changed. System connected to surroundings at one temperature operating on the cycle can produce no work or charge. The historical statement like the law. Okay? The historical statement requires that this satisfy any law. That's the historical statement.
Can you move it down, Professor?
Down.
Yeah, that's
Right
good.
there.
That's up over here.
Yeah.
Which we've shown was equivalent to our working statement, to the technical statement. We will actually understand the statement. So we say the second law requires that isolated system that is the second law. And so, therefore, we have minus the integral from state 1 to state 2 of dW past C minus the integral of dW pat R. What are the limits on that integral? You're now in your cycle. That integral goes from state 2 to state 1, right? So those limits are 2 to 1. Now, because this one is reversible, we can write this as minus the integral from state 1 to state 2 of dWc, and we can write this as plus the integral of dWr if we do what?
1 to 2.
If we reverse the limits. That's perfectly legitimate for a reversal process. Now we can move some stuff around. Minus the integral from state 1 to state 2 of dWc. That's going on past C. This is how much work is done in the surroundings. If you fall past C, Garrett changed the state. We didn't specify what it was. And we would say that's equal to less than what? Minus the integral from 1 to dWr. Or we can just abbreviate it, minus WC. The work that's done if you follow path C, any path at all, cannot exceed the work that is done if you follow a reversible path. That's what we set out to prove. So we proved that, now we can use that repeatedly to investigate things. And first thing we're going to investigate with the help of that principle is to quantify the restrictions on conversion of heat streams into work streams. One of the challenges we had temperature T, called T1, and some system that operates on the cycle. And during the course of the cycle, we draw out amount of heat Q1, and that's the interval length flow cycle of VQ1. And we produce in the surroundings minus W, that's equal to minus the interval around the cycle of dW. And the second law says that minus W is equal to 0. That was our historical statement. So how in the hell are we going to do it? Are we going to get some minus W that's positive? We're going to have another temperature. You can't do it if the system sees only one temperature. You cannot do it all. Over the efficiency of Q minus W is 0 or less. That means you can always turn heat. You always stay working heat without any limitations. But the other way around is enough. All right. So the implication at least two different temperatures if minus W is going to be greater than 0. So let's suppose we have two, that's all we have to worry about. The heat reservoir temperature T1. We have our system that can be handled, operates on the cycle, has a, it's like our reaction when we go from state 1 to state 2 and back to state 1. It might go state 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to state 1. Some cycle, it comes back to this part. During the course of the cycle, Q1 is equal to the interval of dQ1. During the course of the cycle, minus W is equal to the interval of minus dW. And during the cycle, some heat flow T2, which has to be less than T1, because heat won't flow uphill spontaneously. I'm going to do these signs very carefully, but if you think about what they mean, you will not have any problem with them, ever. Call this Q2, call it minus Q2. Why? Because the arrow's pointing away from the system, and all heat and work effects are related to the system. So I have to write it minus Q2. That is equal to the interval around flow cycle of minus dQ2. So that's our picture. Now let's see what that's the simplest example of a heat to work converter that has a chance of producing some work in the surroundings. Let's see what the first law says about this. First law says that delta U, and this system we'll just call it heat engine. That's what we're using it for. We're using it to convert a heat flow into work. So I say that delta U heat engine is equal to Q plus W, this is the integral of dU cycle. And it must be how much? Thank you, excellent, I love that. You go around the cycle, it's a state variable. When you're through, then you're back where you started, so the change is zero. Any state variable. Therefore, Q plus W equals 0. So Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2. And therefore, Q1 plus Q2 is minus W. So let's define the efficiency of a heat engine. And we've done this before, but I just repeat it so maybe it'll solidify it in our memories. The heat engine has a function, has a purpose. It's to make as much work as it can for a given input of heat. So how would you define efficiency? It would involve those two numbers. It would be the work that's produced divided by the heat in its source. That's the energy you're trying to turn into work. Not this down here, that's stuff you're dumping off. You're not getting any benefit from that. But we know we have to do it. It's like it, we have to do it. So that is equal to Q1 plus Q2 over Q1. That is equal to 1 plus Q2 over Q1. So I can rewrite that as minus Q2 over Q1 is equal to 1 minus the efficiency
We lost you.
of the heat engine.
Cool.
Say again, I'll post all these notes this afternoon. So I'm trying to write it so you can read it. And I call that equation 1, but we'll refer back to that. Okay? That's all for the first law. Just apply the first law, that's just improved. We've got this equation. We want to know what that efficiency is, so we invoke the second law. And the second law saith that delta S of the universe is equal to, and what is our universe? It's our isolated system. What is, this is our mini universe here. So tell me, delta S for a closed cycle is delta S of this heat reservoir plus delta S of this heat reservoir plus delta S of the system. Is that right? Just have to be figured. Just write that down. Delta S of the heat reservoir at T1 plus delta S of the heat reservoir at T2 plus delta S of the system that's already on the cycle. And this must be what? Excuse me. Greater than less than 0. That's our working statement, the second law. Ready, check. All right. Somebody tell me what's delta S just for reservoir here?
It's going to be your Q1 over temperature of the reservoir.
You tell me what it is. Tell me for certain.
Yeah. It's going to be
It's what?
it's going to be your heat. So Q1 divided by the temperature of that reservoir. No.
Now you've got to remember the definition of entropy. This is our very way we define it. Say again? on this plot, in words.
Your heat flow over temperature.
No,
Negative?
heat flow doesn't tell me anything. You could be looking at heat coming at you or going away from you. What's the ds of a heat reservoir? See, you gotta get this stuff down. We've done our whole science on this vocabulary. Put it big capital letters. ds of the heat reservoir is the heat that flows to it divided by its temperature, not the heat that flows away. You must get that stuff. Everybody remember that?
So it's negative?
Anybody? Oh, yeah. It makes a difference. These signs make a difference. Right, so it's minus Q1 over T1. Now, there's a picture, you can see it there. So what's the S of this reservoir?
Positive Q2.
Ah, yes. Plus Q2 over T2. Now ds of the system is the integral of ds of the system around the closed cycle. And damn, what's that?
Zero covers.
Yes, it is zero. Why is that?
State variable.
Absolutely, absolutely. Entropy is a state variable. If you go around the cycle, it changes zero. And we have this is greater than equal to zero. All right. So that said, now we got inequalities here. You have to be careful when you work with inequalities. You move things on one side or the other, sometimes with infinity, sometimes without infinity. I like to think of what are the positive numbers here. Q2 is positive. That's moving this direction. Minus W is positive, so W is negative. We are going. Minus Q2 is positive, okay? Q2 is negative, minus Q2 is positive. So I'm going to do I made a big mistake about this. I didn't write that right. It's still minus Q2 right here, because that's the heat that flows to the reservoir. The heat that flows to the reservoir is minus Q. There's a big difference right there. So, minus Q2 over T2 is greater than or equal to plus Q1 over T1. And that's all right. And I can write minus Q2 over Q1 is greater than equal to plus T2 over T1. These are positive quantities. And these, one's negative, Q2 is negative, but minus Q2 is positive. Yeah. Now we recall equation 1, which was that Q2 over Q1 was 1 minus the efficiency. You know what it was? Times Q2 over Q1, of course. 1 minus efficiency. So we can substitute that for here and write 1 minus the efficiency of the heat engine is greater than the best of T2 minus T1. We can write the efficiency of the heat engine minus 1 relates how to T2 over T1. So we'll take a clock sign around. We can write the efficiency of the heat engine is less than or equal to what have I done here? I've done something wrong. I changed the sign of this one, so I changed the sign of that one, right? just reverse the sign here, that's reverse. That minus one, that minus one. Then I have to turn that talking around. So we have about, well, I just screwed on there. So this is working out right. So I have move this across with one minus two, one. Oh, that's big time stuff. Or efficiency of the engine could also say at this left side are equal to T1 minus T2 over T1. These are the same equation. And that is what over 90, staying off our 90 says is a limit. Converting the heat flow to work. That's a big time result. Let's look at that result. Read it here. We have the efficiency of the heat engine equal is less than or equal to 1 minus T2 over T1. That's an equation that we could plot. But I'll just be right on the way. Also, the maximum efficiency, that's what you have equal to 1 minus T2 over T1, right? Maximum, and when would that happen? That would happen when the process is reversing. Right, so this is the equation, we plot the efficiency maximum versus T2 over T1. That's on line, slope that, like this, drop something like this. This is 1, this is 1. And these are all of the allowed. Allowed efficiencies. And everything out here is forbidden. By the second law, you can't have efficiencies out there. So note that the maximum efficiency of a heat engine goes to 1 or 100% as T2 goes to 0. That's absolute 0. So if you can dump your waste heat off at absolute 0, then you can run your engine theoretically at 100%. Or as what? T1 goes to infinity. T1 is infinity, it's turned to 0. If T2 T2 goes to 0, efficiency goes to 1. If T1 goes to infinity, the efficiency goes to 1. If T1 goes and T2 are the same, the efficiency is 0. That's the second law. You connected your system to two reservoirs at the same temperature. That's just one temperature, you can't. So let's see why the guys struggle with this historically. So how does much problem? Consider the steam engine. This was the one that was first discovered, first invented, that had the most profound impact on society and civilization of any invention, no question about it. So what do we have? What's reason T1 for an early steam engine. You're building a steam engine, you're James Watt, or you're Newcomen. You're building an early steam engine, and you don't know this thermodynamics, you don't know that at all. But you know you gotta make steam, then to make steam is to heat up water and boil it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what happens when you boil water? If you try to confine it to hold steam back until you can let it go to do some work, what happens? Pressure goes up, right? Goes up fast. We're going to study how much that goes up in time. So you got a problem with a boiler with heavy steam in it, high pressure thing. So the temperature can't be too high. So let's say it's about 400 Kelvin. I doubt they could handle more than that without it blowing up again. And that's bad, always bad. So what's a good ecclesiastic T2, the low temperature? Where's this being dumped out, this excess heat? It's the surroundings, the ambient. What's a good ambient temperature where these guys are working on developing these machines? Well, it's Russia, Europe, you know, it's about 300 Kelvin. I'm just making up some numbers here, but we're all being ballpark figures. Now this says that the efficiency cannot be more than T1 minus T2 over T1 cannot be more than 100 over 400, cannot be more than 0.25, cannot be more than about 25%. That's most of the thermodynamics allow you to get. Now you're building these devices, and you're using the kind of technology that was available to build in those days. So how close to reversible operation do you think you can come? Not very close. Not very close. If you got 20% of that, you'd be doing really well. 20% of that's 5% efficiency. That's what they're fighting against. No wonder they got aggravated. No wonder somebody has to sit down and figure out whether that is. Tell them, go ahead. Don't just put your head against the wall. Do the best you can with what you got. Make any sense? I'll just digress momentarily to talk about perpetual motion. Thermodynamics defines two kinds of perpetual motion, both of which are forbidden. We'll see why. First kind, perpetual motion, first kind, is one for which delta U of an isolated system is what? What's the first law of thermodynamics? Delta U of an isolated system is 0 for all possible change. That includes the universe. So, perpetual motion machine of the first kind makes energy from nothing. Now, throughout history, there have been starry-eyed inventors who claim to have invented such devices. But most people, as that's just a smidgen of scientific training, will dismiss them offhand. They know this is whatever. Why? Because we're sort of happy with the energy in the universe being constantly sort of beyond our experience otherwise. But the second kind, so this is a violation of the first law. Perpetual motion of the second kind is one for which delta S decreases. What does that mean? That means its capacity for spontaneous change goes up. It upgrades. The changes happen in upgrading. Make it more vigorous. Give it more capacity for response. Not more energy, just more capacity for change. And there's still starry-eyed dreamers who admit those things all the time. I don't know how many come across my desk over the years. But, an interesting story. Maybe not. About the patent office of the United States. It was opened very early in the at the founding of the country, because the founders realized that we need inventions, we need inventiveness to advance and progress and be competitive. So in those early days, in order to acquire a patent on an invention, you had to submit, it was a utility patent, and since we all were at that time, you had to submit a working model for the examiner to examine. We can see how that got out of hand pretty quick as more and more people started coming back office with schemes and ideas, and we could put all these down models, what do you do? So finally, very quickly, they backed change laws. Said, oh, you don't have to do it, you just have to submit a drawing or a set of drawings that clearly reveal what the invention is. And that's still where it is today. But there's one exception. They did not remove it. If you're submitting an invention for one of these perpetual motion machines, then you have to submit a working model. You have to do it on paper. Think about that. Might consider what the chances are. So there's still people who think they can beat the second law. I told you the second law is needier than the first law. There's still people who think I can make an automobile engine that has more efficiency than thermometics allows. Can't do it. All right. So we have traditionally we talked about something we want to quantify and use as a measuring stick. We dreamed up some standard version of it. And we'll do this for the efficiencies of engines. And the standard that's should always follow is that of the Carnot cycle. Very clever French engineer who figured this out first. And the Carnot cycle is a reversible cycle. It can operate on any kind of fluid, and that be an ideal gas, be it pure gas, you can operate on a liquid, or you can operate on a solid, you can operate on a rubber band, you can operate on it. I've represented here for an ideal gas, and I did these calculations here at this chart using nitrogen as a diatomic ideal gas. So these are sort of realistic curves for that gas. And there are 4 steps in the Carnot cycle, and one goes from pressure P1, E1, T1, isothermally at some constant temperature T1 down to a lower pressure and higher volume, keeping the temperature constant. And we know how to do that for an ideal gas. We've done that over calculating the work done and the flows. And then you turn off your isothermal character and switch to adiabatic and continue the expansion. And we know that because now the gas is insulated, as it expands using its own energy to do the work, it's not being replenished by a flow of heat in, and so the gas cools off. And we drop down to another isotherm. So we have an isotherm and another isotherm at a lower temperature, and we stop. Now we've gotta go back up here. We're gonna go back by 2 steps. We're going to go isothermally at this lower temperature up through some intermediate, pressure volume and get back to, at that same temperature T2. Just get some intermediate pressure and volume, from which, if we switch to an adiabatic compression, if they can try back and start going. So it's during this power stroke that heat flows in from the surroundings at temperature T. You continue to get work done in the surroundings as the adiabatic expansion proceeds. And then on this compression stroke, heat flows out. We're going backwards now, so the heat flow is to the surroundings at a temperature T2. And then we compress it adiabatically. Temperature goes up until we get to T1. Alright. So we've talked about every one of these processes. We introduced the idea of isothermal expansion of ideal gas, adiabatic expansion of ideal gas back in the first law. We reworked that again, first second law, and now we're missing it. So what we want to do is calculate the efficiency of this cycle. We know what the answer is, but let's just make sure that we get that. I'll keep this aside here. And I will say this much about it. I have I made a drawing here that shows back to drawing somewhere for help. Yes, I did. Okay. I don't have it. If we're expanding, we're doing work in the surroundings, right? This is a PV plot, so the work done is the area under the curve. So it's that area under here plus that area under here. It represents the work that's done in the surroundings on those 2 expansions. So that's what I had drawn. I'll show you that. Now as we compress, we're going back the other way. Now we are doing work on the system. So all this is negative work out here. That area represents work that the surroundings is doing to recompress that gas. So the net work is the sum of those 2. And that pretty clearly is take 2 of them and sum them up. You should get great. You should get the area down. That there's a pictorial representation of the work, net work that's done with this process. So all that effort to produce this, to drive your car, or run your boat, or generate some electricity, or whatever. So then how about determining what happens? Try to calculate this. So don't write any of this down. I've written this out clear enough. Anybody can read it. Let's just run through it. The first step is isothermal expansion. This on this orange line. And we've done this before. It's a constant temperature. We're going to V1, V2. Del U is 0. Q is minus W. We know that's in our P1 or the V2 or V1. Done that at least on 2 and 3 occasions. Now this next one, this adiabatic expansion, we've done that one as well. It's an expansion for which, as I should have written down here, that PV, the gamma is a constant. Q is 0. delta U is equal to W2, and that's just NCV delta T. It's not in gas. We chose that on purpose because it was easy. And so we get this expression. Third is compression, isotope compression, so going backwards. When that nRT2 longer than V4 or V3. We're going from V3 to V4. So that's why we have limits written in here. Then the fourth step is an adiabatic compression. Just this is an expansion, that's compression. And we have Q is 0. We're compressing back to V1 and back to P1, the starting points. And delta U is NCV delta T, which is NCV T2 minus T. And damn, that is exactly the negative of step 2. 2 was NCV T1 minus T2. This was NCV T2 minus T1. And that tells us something interesting about this Carnot cycle. I don't have anything to block that. One last one. That tells us that this area and this area are what? Equal. One power is work produced in the surroundings, but we're going that way. And this one is negative, because we're going the other way, and they just stop us. Those two cancel each other. Anyways, it's there in the mathematics. And I've written it out here. So the efficiency of the Carnot cycle is the network divided by the temperature, by the heat flow from the hot reservoir, T1. And network is that, and I just said that these two cancel out. Q1 is W1, that because W is 0. So the network turns out to be minus W1, minus W3 over minus W1, plus 1 plus W3 over W1. Swap in those numbers that we generated up there. You get this result right here. 1 plus W3 was nRT2 longer than V4, V3. W1 was nRT1 longer than V2 or V1. And I have rewritten down here by flipping this 4 and 3 around. That just changed the sign of that logarithm. Start with a minus sign. I did that way because we got 1 minus T2 over T1. That's part of what we're looking for. You have to do that, but it just simplifies things a tad. That's this. That camper. So we have this result. Then I ask you to recall for adiabatic reversible processes in ideal gas, we had this expression, derived it, we've used it before, that the P, product of temperature times volume to the chemical minus 1 power is a constant. So if I go on that first adiabat, I've got P1 and T2, and the volumes are V2 and V3. So this is P1, V2, the gamma sum, P2, P3. Those are right for that adiabat. Down below, I write them for the second adiabat, where the temperatures are T2 and T1, the volumes are V4 and V1. So I got T1, V1, T2, V4. And I just divide these one by the other and cancel out these temperatures and align it with this result. Well, if those are equal, if those powers are equal, then so are the arguments. And so V2 over V1 is V3 over V4. And therefore, we come back up here and look at this. V3 over V4 and V2 over V1 are the same. This in brackets is. Alright, now there's a way to prove this for the Carnot cycle, and there's an easy way. I'll show you the easy way here. You're welcome to go back to the hard way if you like. So that being one, we wind up with the efficiency of the Carnot cycle is 1 minus 2 Q over T1, that's T1 minus 2 Q over T1, that's a function. You can trust it. That's the efficiency of any reversible cycle. No matter what. Now, the Carnot cycle is a lovely thing for theoretical considerations and arguments like this. It's not very practical for building devices to turn heat flows into workflows. So yes. So in general. For any heat engine, operating on any cycle, we have the efficiency of heat and not FC. That's what we proved. That so there you keep the equal sign. So what are some practical engines? There's 2 principal varieties. One of the automated here, no rock about it, you can't see it. Well, you gotta have a source of heat, right? You gotta put the heat into your system. And 2 ways to do that. External combustion and internal combustion. I'm not going to tell you much about this according to study in the engineering school. But tell enough about it so that the chemists can have a little more appreciation for this is an important part of our society.
Can you move it up real quick?
Huh?
Okay. Thank you.
Well, we'll look at briefly a couple of external combustion engines because they were developed well before the internal combustion engine came along. I've got some graphics here. Here's a working fluid is air. Working fluid on most of these engines is either air or nitrogen. Nitrogen part of air. So it's called the air engine. Operates on the Stirling cycle. And here's a pressure volume bottom of the Stirling cycle. And I won't take the time to make you go through that and do the calculations and all. Here's a picture of that nitrogen engine. It'd be lovely if we had one of those that bring it, put it on the table, give some heat to it, and see if it would really run. But it turns out that we're lucky. Because when I retired about 3 years ago,
It's identical.
my graduate students presented this. It just hadn't looked like that. I just found out on the internet. We got a adjustment here. So it's got this little cylinder. It's got a we're gonna put some heat in here, you can see where the heat goes in, and this will come out, this condensing unit up there, where all those cooling fins. And if we make it in work, then we make that wheel spin, and we can put a pulley on it and lift up the chicken or something. That's the other thing. About this once a year, so I never know. I'm gonna put some heat into it now. I'm gonna blow that around too much. Got to get up ahead of steam. Air current here, I don't like at all. Ah. You know, take work. That's what we're talking about. You can talk about it in terms of, this practice time. You'll vote by stuff. Ah, good. See, that's still running quite well. Why is that so? That's because that heat transfer process is not very efficient. So heat that up and it stays hot for a while. And that's why internal combustion engines are so very, very much better for many purposes. Because you put heat inside. We'll talk about that. I promise you. Okay, so the engine that changed the world was the steam engine. It was invented by an Englishman named Buchanan back in about 1812 or so. Water out of 10 mines. It was very, very efficient and really wasn't practical at all. Around the time our country was founded, around 1775 or 6, James Watt, Scotland, improved on that engine, made it more practical. And so I show a two-tube train here. Here's where the heat's going in, and here's where the work's being done. I show the idea of a simple steam engine. So there's a valve here that shoves back and forth. So you put pressure on this side, shoves the valve down here. The valve bangs over there. Pressure comes this way, shuts it back here, so it just goes back and forth. Back in the old days, unfortunately, don't know about this. And it's lesser fulfilled with that. But railroad trains are ran like that, and they're called choo-choos because of this one, choo. You can just hear that from miles away. So the heat goes in here and comes out. We talked about the limitations on